when you are in NWA Hollywood, and I think by 1980-81 the roster was pretty depleted at this point, but it's main evented with a couple of different people, but one of them is Mando Guerrero, and he's almost the
Yes.
forgotten Guerrero in a sense. So can you talk a bit about Mando and where he compares to with the other brothers?
Oh my God. I think he's probably, it would be Mondo. It would be it would have to be Chavo Senior. I know Eddie gets is probably the most famous of all the Guerreros, no doubt. But Mondo was such a talented guy and could do anything that all the Guerrero brothers and sisters were taught from a young age. He could do it smooth. He could teach you. That was the great thing about Mondo is we got in the conversations about why to do things and how to do things in the ring and the dramatic. That's where I first really realized that it's the drama, it's the visual that you want to see. You can't always hear from another side of the room. You got to see it, you know. And if you see this thing flailing in the wind, or you see somebody bleeding, or you see somebody asking for help, you get it. You don't have to go over and say, "Hey, I need help, please." You just say, "Oh, you can tell he's in peril. There's a drama. That's what we need to bring to it." Mondo gets forgot about a lot, but he was a big part of the Guerrero tag team, and he was or the Guerrero family. But I mean, anytime they tagged, uh, he was a huge part of that LA office. It was just business had gone down so bad, and they had done so much hokey stuff in LA. Man, it was crazy.
Well, that's actually my next question. So, is it Mike Lebel's fault that the territory sort of just nosedived so quickly, or if you talk me through sort of the reasons for the downturn and what they tried to do to stop it?
I don't. Yeah, well, we're going back to promoters who the worst payoff guys. Mike wasn't going to pay a whole lot, and I only got to. I was supposed to go to Portland instead of LA, and Gary Hart was the one who told me I'm going to LA for 2 weeks. But I think uh, Mike Lebel had all the success with Tolis and Freddie Blassie early in the 70s. And then later on, it just became where I don't think a lot of people wanted to go to LA because Mike didn't pay. They wanted to go to LA maybe because of the beach. And that's one of the reasons I stayed there a year, because it was so nice. And I was having just, it was a great time. But was it completely Mike's fault? I don't know. I know when I was there in '80, it was pretty questionable then. Weren't drawing a whole lot of crowds, weren't doing real great business, but I got some great experience and I got a Japanese trip out of it. So I was happy about that. But they had been going down for a long time, and I think that's why they were getting all the young guys and new guys and a guy from England named Chris. Because why not? It's his first territory, gets you some experience. Nobody really see you. You learn, and the right thing, the wrong thing, and all that stuff. So I'm not sure if we can put all the blame on Mike, because some of the talent that came through was questionable. Yeah,
When you say hokey stuff that Mike booked, give me some examples because I've genuinely no idea.
they had the monster like Frankenstein, and they had the professor come in and compute. Dial in his offense on TV. You're gonna you're gonna lock up, then you're gonna kill him. You're gonna do that. Yeah, what? Stuff like that.
Do
Yeah, hokey stuff.
you know what? That sort of brings a memory to me because when Wrestling Observer came out and gave the awards out, was that that might have been the first one, the most distasteful promotional tactic or something, the Lebel Monster.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I saw it in the '70s, and it was like it was going from coast to coast, and we caught it in Texas. I don't remember this. It might have been whatever cable station was coming out, and or it might have been the UFH stations. I'm not sure, but I remember seeing the monster, and I don't recall the guy who was in the ring with him doing the calculating his offense. But that's what they said he was doing, and that was pretty hokey.
I mean, just from that description, it reminds me of the York Foundation with Terry Runnels and the computerized man of the '90s, Terry Taylor. And he used to
Yes.
tap on the calculator or the laptop or whatever it was to ask how to win the match, and it was inevitably take the laptop and smash it over the head of the of your opponent.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah. Somebody should try that today.